Hey, what is up, guys? Pine Belt Beer Reviews back here again with you today for another one. And this one that I have here today is a style that I don't believe I've reviewed on here in quite a little while. And it is Sierra Nevada's Hot Bullet, their double IPA. Double IPA, I don't think I've reviewed on here in a little while. IPA in general, I don't believe I think I've been just mostly doing a lot of dark beers because dark beers is what I've really just been kind of buying lately. It's been a little colder than usual in Mississippi this season, so the dark beer has been really nice. This Hot Bullet is a spring seasonal from Sierra Nevada. It is 8% ABV, and it uses Magnum hops as the bittering hops, Cascade, Chinook. I think Cascade, Chinook's Centennial are the ones as the finishing hops, 60 IBUs, and it does something a little different this time. It's kind of Sierra Nevada doing their sort of experimentation again. They use the Magnum hops, and then they use something called lupulin dust, which is basically what sounds to me like from what I've read, basically the pollen that comes from the hops themselves, and that's basically where all the saying basically a lot. That is where all the flavor and the aroma comes from on the hops themselves. So it kind of gives a concentrated sort of flavor and aroma, supposed to give a concentrated flavor aroma hit to this particular double IPA from Sierra Nevada. I've never had it. I believe it is new this year. I've been seeing a lot of reviews for it that have been making me want to check it out. So I did. I wanted to go ahead and buy it and try it out because I am always up for a new Sierra Nevada brew in their lineup, and definitely always liking to check out the IPAs and double IPAs, no matter who they're from. So with that head, that pour, we get a head that is about 2 fingers in height, and basically there's the basically again, pretty much a off-white sort of soapy looking head. Probably not going to stick around for too long. Pretty much kind of orange. Yeah, orange in appearance, sort of color, golden orange. Not a whole lot of bubbles coming up. Looks like it's a fairly still double IPA. A lot of the double IPAs are more, they're a little less lively than the pale ales and stuff like that with all the carbonation. Looks a little gold on the there. That's kind of more like what the color I'm seeing is. Looks kind of otherwise a little golder than I'm seeing on the camera there from what I'm seeing with my own 2 eyes. So let's go ahead and go for the aroma on this one. Absolutely getting those Centennial hops. Definitely getting the Cascade. Now my nose is trying to close up because I just avoided a sneeze. But the aroma's opening the nostrils right back up. Getting some wheat, getting some malt. I realized I noticed that they use 2-row pale malts. They use chocolate malt in this as well. The chocolate malt must be like a bit of a smoothing kind of variable in this whole recipe. So I'm not really getting it on the aroma as much. Definitely getting wheat, getting a nice sweet grassiness. You know, a lot of your characteristic kind of IPA aromas and flavors, especially those synonymous with Sierra Nevada. So let's go ahead and go right into the flavor on this. Which is very clean, very floral, very sharp. And then it kind of dives off into just a malty kind of finish. Yeah, a lot of that sort of bitterness kind of is gone that I just got with the first sip. A lot of just sort of full maltiness towards the back, and now a slight, very slight sort of bittering finish with it. Let's go ahead and go for another sip on it and see if anything else comes out of it. Start of the palate with this is really nice. Again, it's just a very like high kind of floral note, very sharp, a little sweet, mostly dry, but just a very nice, just citrusy, floral kind of high note on the start of the palate. And then it drops off into just, that sort of maltiness. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of the chocolate malt now that I'm thinking of it with the finish, as that sort of that high sort of citrusy, hoppy note drops off into this just sort of, malty kind of finish with it. That's very interesting. Noticing that how that happens. Yeah, with each sip, it's that high hoppy, citrusy, floral, bitter kind of flavor, and then drops off into this just kind of really nice, smooth, malty finish with a very just sort of subtle, bitter kind of quality on the back of the finish on the back of the palate. And the finish is fairly dry. The mouthfeel is kind of medium. Not too heavy or anything like that. A lot of these double IPAs can be very heavy with the body, especially if they are unfiltered. Uh, this one's fairly clear. It has a little bit of a haze to it, but it's mostly clear. So it does give a nice kind of medium body, one that's drinkable enough. Carbonation isn't too bad. The the alcohol, 8%, not too noticeable. It's actually very well balanced. This one for a double IPA, because a lot of times you get into the double IPAs, they can either be crazy overpowering with those hops, especially if they're just trying to focus on one specific hop variety, or if they try to go with several to make it complex, and then one stands out way too much compared to the other ones. You end up with this just, and usually I typically like those, even those ones that are like that. But some of them can be pretty wild with the bitterness and the heaviness of the body of the beer itself. So this one is really well balanced, though, really clean, and again, very smooth finish on it. So I definitely really enjoy it, and would recommend you checking it out if you see it. I'll go ahead and give it a solid A. I wish there was a little bit more of a bittering kind of note on the back, but it ends very smooth, very clean, very just sort of cleansing sort of finish on this one, to where you go back and you get that big burst of hop flavor again on it. But this is a very good double IPA from Sierra Nevada. Would definitely recommend checking it out before it is off the shelf, since it is a spring seasonal. But the Hop Bullet double IPA from Sierra Nevada, really good double IPA for sure. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching.